Good day everyone, this is Optimus welcoming you back to the channel, and as always I'm wishing you the very best. So I am back again with another Studio Series Rise of the Beast review. This time, strangely, they've put the Voyager Studio Series Transformers Rise of the Beast number 102, which is Optimus Prime. From the latest motion picture, they've put him in the Buzzworthy line, which is fair enough. A bit strange because it's supposed to be a special, limited line, whatever, but everyone's going to want a bit of Optimus. Or are they? As we get into my review, you'll see why. Let's start with the positives. Let's start with the packaging. So, I'm going to move back a bit, get some more light. There we go. So, as you can see, he poses rather nicely as well. But there you can see, you get this street festival backdrop inside. Probably seen out loads of other reviewers, so I'm not going to bother showing you it. But there you go, you get an awesome Autobot faction. You get an awesome picture of Optimus Prime. You get him there where it says big screen inspired, as it does on the others. So Studio Series Transformers Rise of the Beast, Optimus Prime Street Festival Stakeout. As you can see, 34 steps. Optimus Prime and the Autobots keep watch in case of a Terracon attack. I will rip off your face. Now, that, awesome. That, pathetic, but we'll get into that. As you can see, there you go. Looks very nice. You've got your standard and you've got an awesome primal picture on the side there. But yeah, so that's your packaging. So, let's get him off the turntable. As you can see, he does pose. Just move that a bit because there we go, it's in the way. He does pose really nicely. You can get some battle poses like that. It does look really good. It is a good figure. The eyes, I mean, just look at it. Wow, bam, they pop. But he is good. But mine, unfortunately, is a little loose in places. Like you move it and it disconnects. It's got an ab crunch. And you can get into them good poses. But mine, it's just very loose, unfortunately. So hopefully yours won't be, unless it's just on tab somewhere from being in the packet, but I don't know. But this is plastic as well. Some people have been saying it's metal. It is actually plastic, but it just looks very good. It does look metallic. But you do get everything just hides away really well on it. I will give it that. It gets 10 out of 10 for hiding everything. It looks really good in that sense. There's hardly any waffling or anything. The only waffle you're getting into this is me chatting. But yeah, as you can see, there's really nothing apart from those bits at the back of the arm. I think that's about it. You can't really, see anything else there going on or being a problem. Sorry if you can hear that. It's one of the kids singing their little hearts out. Bless them. They're in a performing school now. They're excited, so God bless them. But as you can see, he does come with some bits and bobs. He comes with his nice blade, which I'm going to compare the one that came with the other Buzzworthy, which is the Dark and the Moon, which I've got. I still haven't reviewed that yet. I must get onto that. I'm really behind. But this bad boy, as you can see, the paint on it is fantastic. Really good. But, you just look at that there. He does look pretty similar to what it does on there, but I think they copped out a bit in places, and I'm going to show you why. I'll show you why in a minute. But you got nice gunmetal grey in the legs, on the shins and the kneecap. You got this lovely orangey yellow paint on the groin. Got this nice silver, bit like a Gundam cockpit. Excuse the pun. You got this nice painted bit here. I like it. You got the nice silver on the windows. You've got the nice window wipers. You've got the nice metal there. Got an awesome paint on the head. But there's only one thing is, I'm going to get to it in a minute, but he's a bit more streamlined than his predecessor. I mean, I haven't got the official Studio Series number 38, I believe it was. I've got the KO, which was made of metal and is a lot more heftier. And I'll get onto that in a minute. But as you can see, there he is from the side. It's got some nice paint on the pegged on wheels. Nice little mushroom pegs, which is good. And at least they didn't spare the paint on this, which is nice. They actually painted it up. And obviously a bit like Earthrise there. Still one of my favourite bots, Earthrise. I think Articulation on Earthrise beats this one hands down, but I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, that's it from behind. And there you go. And you also do have weapon storage. These bits on the back there. And the gun. You got this little peg here. You can just shove it into one of these bit there. See, you can store it on his back. So if you don't want to, and then his hand just flips around. You can put the gun on either arm, and the sword as well can go into this peg. So it's versatile like that. You can put it any side you wish. So going to get onto articulation. So the head can look up, can wiggle all over, look round, very nice. He does have that ab crunch, which is very much welcome. Just wish it locked or was on a ratchet. The legs are on this weird hinge, which I worry will break. It's a very small join inside, but it can kick up, and he has got just over 90 degrees on the leg. He does have an ankle rocker, and he does have a ball joint, but he can't really go forwards and backs, but you know, he does that. And he does have a thigh swivel, but just be careful when you're doing this, because I pop that off. You got to lift this flap. See, he can do he can do it. There we go. Why is this leg not doing it? Don't want to break it. One side is very stiff, but you can do a off. Mine's got a bit of a articulation problem going on here, but you can do almost the Fall of Van Damme. Mine's just a bit dodgy. I think I've got a bit of a dodgy version, to be fair. But I bought it from In Demand, and they get them obviously from Hasbro, so I've not got a back alley deal. I actually paid normal price like the rest of us, as you should. But I digress. So as you can see, yep, he does that. He does have waist rotation, and the thing that lets this bot down, we'll get into it now. The arms can go all the way round, like so. Does have elbow articulation just past 90 degrees. He does have bicep swivel, and he does have wrist swivel, and he has the crap. I really am gutted when this turned up, because they've done me dirty. They did this on Hot Rod, and it really fucked me off. And I'm sorry, but it really did fudge me off, because I don't understand when you're churning out such an awesome character, you make him shit when you've done it right before. On the articulation, you did it on Hot Rod and it was crap. You did it on Rodimus, it was crap. You get all the articulation. If you don't want to make him move like that, it's fine. But if he can't shoot out to the side, I mean, you compare. Let's get it simple here, right? Here we have another Optimus. This is the Beast Alliance one, which I put some little bits of paint on to make it look. He's got better shoulder articulation than him. I would happily have had that on here if it meant I had a better articulation for posing. So I'm a bit gutted on that. But going to get on to my KO version of Prime from the Bumblebee movie. This one actually is still probably my favourite favourite Optimus, because they did it right on here. Look, the joint, he could get a full arm swivel out, and I felt his hands were better because they're bigger. I just feel this is such a hefty bot. This is the KO version. Oh, is it Star Alliance or something? I can't remember. Mechanical Alliance, something like that. But, you know, this had its faults. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but I tell you now, it's damn sight better than this, and I'm really gutted. And this was only like £20, and you can still get them. You have them on Amazon and all sorts. But the head on this, I feel, is way better. I just feel the proportions are correct on this guy. The sad thing is, Hasbro, I mean, this is a complete rip-off of your actual thing, apart from it has got metal. The one you did it years ago when you gave that mold of this, when it's been copied off. The official Hasbro version is exact same as this, but just not metal, and they did it perfect in the arms. Why in the name of Zeus's butthole would you give us shit like that? That really has knocked this down from a 10 out of 10 to just over 5 for me. Really, I'm disappointed in it. It turned up and I was like, yeah, oh no, look at them shit shoulders. One thing, if you know me from the groups and from, watching my videos, you will know I really detest crap shoulder articulation. It is my biggest hate in a bot. I could handle limited on the motion on the body, on the legs and everything. You give me crap articulation on my shoulders on my bots like this, oh, it's game over. So I am definitely heartbroken that it's rubbish on the shoulders, but we'll get back to that. Because as I said, you look at articulation on this bad boy, even his smokestacks are better than them. Because look, that's his. It looks like he's about to transform. That is clean. Yes, he has a bit more chonk on the arms, and he has these bits that pop up. But it was ingenious, you know what I mean? A hell of a lot better bot. If you can get one of these, and you want it as your Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast bot, I would say get this one. Not if you can get the official one, good enough, but if you can get the KO one that I've got here, solid bot, transforms well, absolutely fantastic bot. Highly recommend compared to this. But this is Rise of the Beast Optimus's review. So we're going to get on to his accessories that he came with. And I said, I'm sorry, if you've seen it on the Facebook group, TF UK, and that, you'll have seen that I said it's not going to be a glowing review. Look how piddly that is. I am getting the upgrade kit. Even though he's got his faults, I am still getting the upgrade kit, so I can try and salvage him a little bit. And I'm really hoping to God someone does a new upgrade kit for these shoulders to give him better arms at the top. That you can just unscrew these and give him a better shoulder, because it is utter shite. Really annoyed. But it does come with some good accessories. See here, it's got a lovely blade. As I say, this is... Let me get this out of Prime's hand. This is the version that came with my leader. Where is it? My studio's a mess. I haven't got it here. But buzzworthy leader Optimus Prime from the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, when he came with his trailer. That's the version from that, and this is the version they give you in this version, Rise of the Beast. It doesn't come with his axe, but that comes with Optimus Primal. So I wasn't going to get Primal, but I think I probably am now. But the detail on this is fantastic. It looks very good. Detail on this is mediocre, and it's the size. It's like a penis on the soft. It needs to be bigger. You're expecting it to grow bigger, but it's like a penis. It's really soft. You may as well just stick it there and go, "My name is Optimus Prime. See my cock cannon." Because it is shit. It is pretty poor. But as I have got my KO Optimus here, if you want, now that is a gun Prime. And you see, oh no, sorry, you can't shoot people at the side. Oh no. Oh no. Bumblebee, support me. Oh. Yes, so as you can see, like I say, it is a good bot, but it's just very disappointing. But I do think the proportions, like I say, I'm going back to this one again because I'm using it for heavy comparison. This guy's head's better. He just feels better proportion, like he's done correctly. Let me just sort the camera out, just knocked it. Compared to him, his arm, his hands, that's the right size for me. The head, correct size. Head, too small. It's almost like they've just ripped off the mainline one and made it a little bit bigger and gone, oh, there you go, we'll put it in Buzzworthy and do a few different paint apps and go, it's Studio Series. No, this was a KO for 20 quid and it's made of metal, guys. And it is a far better Optimus, unfortunately, than this one. It's not terrible, but this one I'd give 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 all day long. But this is pretty poor. But we're going to do a comparison of him next to his film mates. So as you can see here, we have, I mean, again, Studio Series, but they couldn't bother to paint it. But at least his cannon, it's bad, innit? When Bumblebee's cannon is bigger than his leader, Optimus's cannon. He is a very big boy, old Bumblebee, isn't he? But, yeah. And then, I'm not even fucking joking, boys and girls. Look at that. That is really piss poor, Hasbro. RC, who's a core class, has got a gun the exact same length as Optimus. So I am definitely getting the upgrade kit. And I'm definitely thinking, you know, they scale alright, they look good. But as I said, this Optimus is like a £15 one, and it's got better arm articulation than this guy. It's really sad. It's really ruined my experience for me. But I'm going to go and get him into his truck mode, and then I hope you'll join me, and we'll have another look. Yeah. Welcome back. So we've got Prime into the best of his two modes, I must say. Oh, it's come apart. It's not too unenjoyable. It's quite a good transformation, apart from mine keeps coming apart. But yeah, it doesn't seem to want all the wheels to turn, so you have to push it down a bit. There we go. But it is a good, nice truck mode, and I do have to say, I do think these stacks feel a little bit big. But as you can see, he does have weapon storage. You basically shove that in between the legs when transforming him, and the thing goes into this little knob area, which basically you're shoving it up his ass. So you can put it there, and you can put Prime's semi-cock gun, which is ridiculous, I know, just there. And yeah, but this is what he looks like in truck mode. Like a beefier Fry's version, but it's got all this kibble on the back, but it's not too bad. But as you paint that up, it just looks like the back of a truck. To me, it's still alright. I still don't dislike it. It looks nice, and it has the Fry's things where you flip out the cans just to give him that bit more wideness for the truck mode. But it's very good, very good. I mean, you can have the faction logos up if you wanted, like that. It uncovers the arm, but it's supposed to be like that. It does tab together really well, you know what I mean? It hides everything. These bits off the skirt, they click in onto these little bits, make sure that you click them on. It does have the same problems as Earthrise and the Studio Series original one, where the fuel cans just kick out. As soon as you touch them, they just go back in again. But it's not the worst Prime transformation, and it's not the worst version of Prime. So here we go for comparison. There he is with the Beast Alliance Optimus. And look, the only thing I will laugh at, yes, we've got a blue peg here, but fuck me. Hasbro, come on, have a bloody word. You could have, I'm going to paint this myself, but I shouldn't have had to. You should have painted this, man. That I can handle, make it a nice little vent. But this, you could have painted red. But, you know, I know it sounds like I'm slating this 100%. I'm not. I do like it. It's just really peed off on the shoulders. But I did discover, when I was transforming him, the shoulders are on slide out mushroom pegs, so I'm really hoping to high heaven someone does a third party upgrade where you just pull that bit out and you give him some better shoulders. I'd be like, splurge cannon. Is anybody out there? Please get on with it and make me that. Then this figure will be fantastic. But yeah, and the wheels just soft click out. It's very similar to the Earthrise mold. He's very good indeed. He does look the biz. He is a good one. I think his truck mode's the best mode, but you know, I do think his stacks are a bit too big. But it does look good, and I do like the bull bars where you just smash into Scourge and all that. You know, very good indeed. So I'm gonna take it out. To my final thoughts. So, as I said, I would have given it 10 out of 10, but I'm not that generous. It needs work. It does need a hell of a lot of work. The gun, pathetic. The colour that they haven't painted on the roof, lazy. And the shoulder articulation, oh my days, is absolutely disgusting. It is terrible. I wouldn't even walked into a meeting at Hasbro and gone, look at this. Especially, like I said, and I'm going on and harking on about it again, but it is just such a well-made bot. Look, yes, it does pop up. I would have even happily had it like that. I wouldn't have given a rat's ass if it didn't have that bit. And it just had that. But look, that, due to transformation, flipped out the way. Even if that stayed up there, I don't care. I would have had that 10 times over with the correct proportion head and just that simple thing of the shoulders. You know what I mean? He hasn't got ab crunch and that, but it was a decent sized figure. Well made. And this is the funny thing, this is a KO. That's metal. 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 So, you know, think on Hasbro, think on. So, yeah, as I said, and it's sad that even the small, cheap mainline version has got better paint on the stacks. I mean, yeah, admittedly I had to paint it. It's not perfect, but I need to redo it properly, but I've painted it a little bit to give it a bit of colour and stuff, but I got it just for a bit of something fun, and you know what I mean, and it is very good. But even that has got red on the top, and I found that very lazy, but I'm not even bothered about this bit of the bat. I can handle that. I don't mind that. It's the shoulders. The shoulders ruined it for me, and I was like, oh, so heartbroken. But you have your own faults, you have your own mind, and that's why we're all individuals and we're entitled to our own opinion. That's why I love you all. Fact of the matter is, you pick one of these up, you may think, Hodmus, what was you moaning about? I can look past the thing. It's each to their own. I'm an action figure man. This is an action figure. He transforms into a mint truck and you can mess about with him, you know what I mean? And he's got the right proportions with the fists. It just looks menacing. They're grey and lazy. Here, they painted them, and it's just, I mean, look, you can get some decent poses with that bad boy. You're churning out that, it's really sad. But yeah, I'm going to sadly only give it 5.5 out of 10. As I said, I got this from In Demand. I had a notice today that they are restocking tomorrow, so get your pre-orders back in and get buying them. It is a good figure. It will be happily in my display in my bedroom, but it's not my favourite version of Prime. If I had to choose one from the Bumblebee era, it will be my KO, hands down. But it is a nice figure and it scales pretty well. So this is Hodmus saying thanks for coming, take care, till all toy lovers are one. Scooby-Doo.